Hey, you guys, what's up? It's Carl here. Definitely been a minute since I put up a video, wrestling related. Only simple reasons, the state of WWE has really not been that great. The state of wrestling as a whole has really not been that great. Um, TNA is pretty much dead. WWE are just so lacking so much creatively and trying to keep things interesting. It's unbearable. Um, but that's not the topic on this video. I'll save that for another time. What I wanted to talk about was Roman Reigns. Last night I did watch last night's Raw. I thought it was a pretty solid Raw last night. Multiple reasons. One, last night's Raw had a purpose. In naming a number one contender. The matches were solid. Every match felt important. And then, at the end of the day, it was mostly focused around the newer stars. There was no John Cena in the picture, but it was focused around the younger, fresh faces. Even though Ziggler and Del Rio aren't, any younger than some of the other guys, they've been in the company a lot longer. But just to get that spot and get that opportunity, um, you know, it was great. It was fresh. Um, so Roman Reigns won the Fatal Four Way last night on Raw and became the new number one contender. Um, and it seems to me that I've looked some of the things on the internet, and it seems to me people there's still some heat against Roman getting a title shot. Um, I don't understand. I really don't when it comes to this guy. It's like people just they like to hate him because he's the flavor of the month, basically for WWE. Or he's in line to take Cena's place eventually one day. Um, it's like people just automatically hate him, and it's like to me, I honestly don't mind it. One, I've never hated Roman Reigns. First of all, so I'll get that out of the way. I've never hated Roman Reigns. I've always liked him. There were a lot of things I think he needed to work on. There's still some things I think he needs to work on, including the mic work. But personally, in my opinion, I don't think Roman Reigns needs to speak, period, because I think WWE are trying to force something out of him that they're not going to get from him. And that's just be like, a promo guy. And Roman Reigns does not come across as a promo guy. Let him be just a silent dude that kicks butt and takes names. Um, and I'd be fine with that. In ring wise, you, I think anyone would be a little bit stupid to deny that his in ring work has gotten better. Um, yes, he may not have the most detailed, in ring arsenal, wrestling moves, compared to like a Cesaro or a Daniel Bryan. He's not a switchblade, he knows 1,000 moves, but he does enough to get him over. He does enough to put on a good match. And to me, that's fine. I think his stamina has improved a little bit. Um, I think it's fine, and and looking at the circumstance that we're in with WWE, we all have to be honest. I love Seth Rollins as much as the next guy. I've been a longtime fan of Rollins pre WWE and have followed his career for years as much as the next guy. But Seth Rollins' reign as champion has not really been that great. I love him as champion because he's been a fresh face. It's been something different compared to John Cena or what we would normally have as WWE champion. But Seth Rollins' title reign has been a bit of a drag. It has not been that great. There's been more downs than there have been ups. And at this point, it's like, why not give Roman Reigns a chance? Why not swap the belt and see what happens? Let's see what happens because Rollins isn't doing much or anything with it. They're booking him like horse crap. Why not give Roman Reigns that chance, that opportunity? Now, I think personally, I don't think Roman Reigns is going to win at Survivor Series. I think he's going to get screwed again. Um, I really think Roman Reigns' time as WWE champion is going to come next year. That's what I honestly believe. I don't think I don't think it's going to happen at Survivor Series. I think he's going to get screwed. But if he does get it, I wouldn't complain about it because since the whole WrestleMania debacle, WWE have stepped back on Roman Reigns. They've hit the restart button and they've been slowly, gradually rebuilding him over the last several months since WrestleMania, which I think was what they should have done in the beginning. Um, had they done what they did, in the beginning of the year, and maybe Roman Reigns could have won the Royal Rumble come 2016, and then everything would be a okay. But it is what it is. We have what we have now. So they've dubbed down Roman Reigns. They've been building him up slowly and properly. Um, and if he does win in Survivor Series, okay, I'd be fine with that. Again, it's somebody new and fresh winning the world title, and secondly, it's a new feud and a new rivalry over the title. Because Roman Reigns has had opportunities at the championship, but we've never really had him. He's never really had a one-on-one feud with Seth Rollins. I mean, the only time he's had dealings with Rollins in terms of the world title match was like that fatal four-way with Orton and Ambrose. But other than that, we've never had a one-on-one feud with these two, and it looks like it may be pretty interesting. I mean, these guys do go back to the days of the Shield, so I would like to think that these guys should have some chemistry just as much as Ambrose and Seth would. Um, so you guys let me know what you think. Are you still? What are your thoughts on Roman Reigns being the new number one contender? Do you think he's going to win the world title at Survivor Series? Do you think he should, or do you think he should not, and maybe next year? Or do you think it's just not his time yet? Not just yet. Or are you guys' thoughts in the box below? It seems like to me from the audience, the casual fans or whatever in attendance, it seems like they're slowly starting to come around to Roman Reigns from the looks of Raw and Hell in a Cell Sunday. It looks like they're slowly coming around to Roman Reigns. But what are you guys' thoughts on this? Comment, subscribe. Peace.